Good morning, everyone. It's time for our Saturday morning YOUnison Yoga Flow. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend so far. Today we're going to start in a restorative pose to sort of open the body, open the chest, and get ready for our gentle flow, but also our more typical core strength Vinyasa-inspired flow this morning. So we're going to get into a few balance poses because our theme this week has been balance and twisting out and wringing out all of that stuff in the center, all that stuff in our core that we need to release, especially as spring is coming. So today, take a chance to let yourself release wherever you feel tension, wherever you feel resistance, but also draw in from your deepest core and really support yourself from your center, from your foundation, and really focus on these cues that I'll give you to help build your body from the inside out, from the ground up. So hopefully you have some props with you today. If you have a bolster or you have blocks, that's going to be wonderful for some of the restorative poses that we're going to do, and also to help support yourself as we move through the various poses here. So if you have a bolster, we're going to start in one of my favorite ways to begin and end the class. Our stairway to heaven is what I like to call it. You can bring that bolster all the way behind your sacrum, and then you can grab your blanket and set it toward the back of the mat here, so you can use it for a nice cervical roll when we get down. Supporting yourself with your hands, drawing in and up through the belly, zipping up through the spine for support. Start to work yourself back down along the bolster, supporting yourself with the hands. And then once you're there, taking that blanket and then rolling it up, drawing it toward you until you have a nice support underneath your neck, underneath your cervical spine. And then just let the arms fall out to the side, opening the chest. You can either extend the legs out one at a time. It helps to keep, the fronts of the thighs and the hips a little bit open. If you want a little more opening in the inner thighs, you can grab your blocks, bring the soles of the feet together, and let the knees fall out to the side. Either just letting them fall out if you're super open, or just bring the blocks underneath the knees, underneath the thighs, wherever it is that gives you the most support. And then once you're here, closing your eyes, and starting to notice the breath. Those of you on the bolster, you can stay. I'm just going to show you the modification if you only have blocks. So you bring one of your blocks to the back of the shoulder blades, here, okay, along the long side. And then you bring the other block to the tallest setting. And then you're going to also gently start to bring yourself back, bringing that block here as you extend yourself down onto the block, finding that nice, comfortable position, and then bring that block behind the skull here, setting yourself up. If you don't have either, you can just lay in Supta Baddha Konasana with some support underneath your knees. So it'll still look like this. You'll just be all the way down on the floor, still getting the same type of opening. So wherever you are, block, bolster, or on the earth, let your knees fall open, soles of the feet together if you can, otherwise just extend those legs out. And start to focus on the breath here. Every inhale, now and through the rest of the class, draw it down toward the belly, toward the low back, filling the space there, filling the space all the way around your lower torso. And as you exhale, you're going to draw in and then up with your bathroom muscles from your pelvic floor, and even a little higher and deeper, drawing that breath up and pressing it out through your mouth. So inhale, you're going to draw everything down. widen and warm here through the belly, through the low back. And then exhale, really drawing it in and up, and also zipping in and up and hugging in to get that nice firm support through your torso. So continuing with this golden breath, this belly bonfire breath here as you're in this restorative position. Maybe inhaling for 4 counts, holding for a breath at the top, and then exhaling either through the nose, or if you'd like, you can exhale through the mouth. And if you're exhaling in and out through the nose, try to keep that ha sound, that ujjayi breath that lives at the back of the throat. So it's as if you're inhaling and exhaling through the mouth, but you keep the mouth closed and still say ha from like behind the nose at the very back of the throat. So even with the mouth closed, you have this wave of breath that's helping to focus the mind and release the tension in the body. So you're going to be here for a few breaths. I'm going to do a little bit of an opening exercise here as you continue with the breath. But I also want you to take in the vibrations around you. I want you to focus on the idea today of tension and release. So as you listen, as you become absorbed in the breath and absorbed in the vibration, notice the places where you feel tension in the sound, feel tension in the vibration, and sort of lean into it a little bit. And then also notice what happens when that tension releases. And then take that into your body and find those same places in those spaces where you can lean into that tension for a moment and then let it release, melt, and let go. And continuing with the breath as well. out of this opening restorative pose, taking the tension, taking the release, taking the breath, and bringing it with us. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Bringing the weight into your hands and into your elbows. Start to draw yourself in and up through your pelvic center, and then press through the hands, press through the elbows, bringing yourself back up to your comfortable seat. Remove the bolster, remove the blocks over to the side. And then supporting yourself at your thighs, we're going to roll ourselves down onto our backs, supporting with the low back and the low back spine. Inhale, unfurl the arms up, reaching overhead. Stretch those legs nice and long here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Drawing your knees to the chest. Lifting the feet from the floor, opening and closing the legs in a circle, lubricating your hips, and then switching directions, doing whatever you need to do to get into those places that might be resisting. And then bringing the knees together, going in one direction with both legs, and then the other, massaging the sacrum, switching directions if you haven't already. Wonderful. Now bringing your hands on top of your left shin. Inhale, kick out with that right leg, leading through the heel, hovering over the floor. Exhale, draw that heel up to the ceiling as the leg follows. Inhale, bring it down and hover. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw it in. Maybe exhaling through the nose if you'd like with that same Ujjayi breath. Inhale down. Exhale, draw it in. One more. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. And exhale. Draw it in to meet the left leg. Switching sides, hands on the right shin. Inhale, kick it out. Still drawing in and up, and also keeping that belly supported from the belly to the low back. Inhale, kicking out. Exhale, draw it in. Remember to draw in from that pelvic floor and those bathroom muscles, getting long through the spine. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, kick down and out through the heel. Inhale, draw it all back to the center. Last one. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, moving as if you're moving through water. No rush for anything. Exhale, draw it in. Now bringing your hands to either side of the hips, or you can work them underneath the sides of your hips for a little extra low back support. Both legs now really keeping yourself drawn in, zipped in, hugged in. Inhale, kick both feet out low to the floor, or you can keep the knees bent. Exhale, draw it in and up, lifting the hips. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhale, two more of these. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhale down. Exhale. Draw it all in. Inhale, last one. If you're doing the modifications, you're keeping those knees bent. Exhale. Draw it in. Inhale, hovering over the floor. And exhale. Draw it all in. Give yourself a little hug here, maybe rocking from side to side, bringing the forehead toward the chest. Or if you need to, you can grab behind the thighs and draw yourself in wherever you are. And then extending both legs out long, keeping those legs hugged in together. You'll be pointing the toes. Inhale, reach the arms long overhead. Exhale, start to come up, folding up, either drawing in and up with your fist of fire as you exhale, or you can support yourself with the hands, keeping those knees bent. Inhale, unfurl, reach up. Exhale, fold it forward, bringing your chest to the thighs into this easy forward fold. Inhale, unfurl the arms up, reach up. Exhale, fist of fire and lower, or support yourself with your hands as you roll down. 2 more of these. Inhale, reaching up and long. Exhale, draw in and up from your pelvic floor as you come up to seated position. Inhale, reach up, unfurl up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, unfurl up. Exhale, draw it down. The last one. Inhale, unfurl up, reach up. Exhale, coming up and drawing it up. Inhale, unfurl, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw it in and up and fold, breathing in and out, either through the mouth or the nose. Inhale, unfurl up. Exhale. You can still do that beautiful exhale through the nose with that ujjayi. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw your knees in toward the chest, grabbing at the backs of the thighs, starting to rock and roll here. And if this is not for you, you can always come to your side, brush yourself up, and then make your way to your hands and knees, crossing the ankles as you come over the knees, coming in to your nice tabletop position here. Now starting to move your spine in circles, move your spine forward and back, to start to get into those places where you might be feeling tension today. Still staying connected to the breath as you inhale. Maybe your chest opens wherever you are. And when you exhale, use that as an opportunity to press through the earth, gather that energy from the earth wherever you are, and press through whatever's touching the earth and bring that energy into the body. So if you're here, maybe inhaling, so feeling the direction of the breath, the direction of the diaphragm, and then exhale, drawing in and up and pressing through those fingertips. So staying connected to your core even as we get into this flow here with our body. So coming back to center, strong fingertips all the way through each knuckle to the ring of the palm, supporting that wrist of yours, that beautiful wrist. Inhale, sitting back, toes should be curled under. Open the chest. As you exhale, draw it in and up from your center and lift those hips forward. Inhale, looking forward, extending back. Exhale, drawing it in and up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, last one. Inhale, look forward. And this time as you exhale, press through the hands, start to lift through the belly, lift through the feet, drawing the hips up higher and higher until you can settle back into your downward facing dog. So you're coming over the hips, still drawing in and up from your center and still supporting with the hands. Now, pedaling your feet here, opening up the backs of the legs. Finding your spine, still staying with that fluidity in your spine. We never really stop moving, okay? You really want to feel that flow. So bending the knees, bending the elbows back a little bit. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to draw in and up from the belly, zipping in and up from your torso, starting to roll forward here into plank. Inhale, the chest opens forward, keeping that belly drawn in. Exhale, lift the hips, press back to downward facing dog. Let's do that again, or if you need to be down on the knees, Just bring the knees down, but keep that same firmness in your downward dog hands. So inhale, bring it back, bend everything. Exhale, draw in and up as you roll forward to this plank on the knees. Still noticing the belly is lifted, shoulders are neutral. Inhale, sitting back, so either on the knees or in downward facing dog. Exhale, rolling it forward, warming up the spine. Inhale, sit it back, bend it down. Exhale, roll it forward, open the chest. Inhale, sit it back, bend everything. Exhale, roll it forward. One more. Inhale, sit it back, bend everything. Exhale, roll it forward. Everybody lower the knees here, and then start to keep the belly lifted, the shoulders lifted, and then start to shift forward, coming down, bending the elbows, but keeping your shoulders lifted and letting the pelvis be the first thing that hits. Inhale here. Exhale, press to the tops of the feet, tops of the thighs, and start to draw in and up through your center, rolling in and up, coming into your cobra. So either high cobra, inhale, or low cobra. And then exhale, lower. So inhale, and then find that support, drawing in and up through your center as you draw in and up, even if it's a low cobra, drawing in and up, lifting the chest, rolling the head and the neck back as you look forward. Inhale here, exhale, fold it down. Last one, inhale, prepare. Exhale, draw it in as you press the pelvis down toward the mat. Inhale, reach up, strong fingertips, open chest, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, here, prepare, pressing through the feet. Exhale, start to lift the chest forward, and also lift the right leg as you come up. Exhale, lower. Keeping that same support as we lift with the inhale. Extend the chest on your next inhale. Extend the left foot back. Hands reaching back, palms up. And exhale, coming down. Warming up that low back. Inhale, unfurl, drawing in and up. Reaching up. And exhale, fold. Forehead down. Inhale, drawing in and up. Reaching back with that left foot. And exhale, fold it down. Bringing the hands to either side of the ribs. Inhale, prepare. Feeling that energy coming out through the hips as you press through the tops of the thighs. Exhale, draw it in from the belly. Press with the arms. Curl the toes under. Bend everything as you extend back into your downward facing dog here. Pedaling your feet. And then press through the fingertips. Lift the hips. And start to walk your way forward to the front of the mat. Press, bringing your fingertips to your shins, bend the knees, inhale, hips back and wide, and then as you exhale, press through the feet, start to wave the spine long as you draw in and up, coming in to this nice half extended position. Inhale deeply, drawing in and up, lengthening from belly to the tip of the forehead, and exhale, fold it down, deeply bend to the knees, maybe shifting your hips back and forth, getting into the sides, opening the sides, then again inhaling, hips back and wide, and as you exhale, draw in and up from your belly, lengthening the spine through your center, through your belly, out through the crown of the head, exhale, fold. Let's do that same movement this time, but on an inhale with that same support. So inhale, press through the feet, extending through the spine, getting long, maybe straightening the legs here, pressing through, and then exhale, fold. Beautiful. Now finding the three corners of your feet under the big toe, and the pinky toe side of the ball in the center of the heel. Press down into that as you draw up through the arches. Inhale, hips back and wide. Exhale, drawing in through the arches, back of the chin, inner thigh. Zipping in and up from the front and the back of your low back spine, getting long. Hugging in, inhale as it reaches your chest. Unfurling up, getting long through the vertebrae. And then exhale. Bringing your hands to your chest. Now that we're nice and warm, it's time to flow. Rolling those shoulders here, and then letting them settle back and down. Bring your hands to your chest. Again, find those three corners of your feet. Let that energy come up through the inner thighs and out through your sit bones. Getting a nice expansion here in the hips. And then draw yourself in and up from your center, getting this nice Tadasana here. Inhale deeply through the nose. Drawing it into the belly, keeping that support through your torso. Exhale, sigh. Let those shoulders release down. Inhale, bend, and then reach all the way up to the ceiling with that energy. Exhale, hands to prayer, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, extend the spine long, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hips back and wide. Exhale, press through the feet, draw in through your center, hug it in and up through your center. Inhale at the top. And exhale, fold. One more, inhale, prepare, hips back and wide. Exhale, roll it up. Inhaling at the top. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Extending the spine long, this time on the inhale. And then exhale, plant the hands, strong fingertips or tented fingertips. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend everything. Exhale, roll it forward, getting long through plank. Inhale, keep the hips lifted. And then as you exhale, starting to lower down, letting the pelvic floor be the first thing, the pelvis to be the first thing to hit, keeping those shoulders and the chest lifted. And then as you exhale, or inhale, actually draw it in and up, opening the chest, coming into high cobra. And then exhale, lower, and then draw in and up through your belly, maybe coming into pointed plank on the tops of your feet. And then exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the ceiling as you press through the earth. Exhale, knee to nose, hips high. Inhale, reaching it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching it back and high. And this time, knee to nose, hips high. And then step your right foot forward to the right thumb. Wave the spine nice and long from belly to the forehead. Bend the back knee, hips back and wide. And then as you exhale, keep those knees bent, press through the feet. Rolling up, drawing in and up. Inhaling when it reaches your chest. Reach high. Exhale, out to the side. Drawing it down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, out to the side. Beautiful. Inhale. Last one, reaching up, extending up, pressing through the feet. Exhale, press it away to the side. Inhale, reach high. And then exhale, fold it down. Releasing the left arm underneath the left shoulder next to the right foot. Bend that back knee a little bit if you need. Inhale, reach down with the right arm. And then exhale, unfurl and open the chest. Open to the right side. Getting this nice side stretch here. If this is too much, you can always lower the back knee, but keep those hips back and wide. Inhale here. And exhale, side. Beautiful. Releasing that right hand down. Maybe bringing that right hand in front or behind, actually keep it behind the right foot. Bend that back knee, inhale, and then as you exhale, open up to the opposite side. Here. Okay, so inhale, bring it down, bend that back knee. Exhale, open, maybe straighten that front leg. This is a quasi-triangle here. Inhale, bring it down, unfurl it, falling with the shoulder, and then exhale, opening up once more. Inhale, coming back to center, bringing the hands on either side of the foot. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Go through a vinyasa. Inhale, bend everything. Exhale, rolling forward to plank and lowering down. Pelvis hits first, shoulders high. Inhale, draw it in and up to cobra, or you can come up to upward facing dog with the tops of the feet. And then exhale, drawing in from the belly or bending the knees. Come back to downward facing dog. This time, inhale, left foot reaches up to the ceiling using the earth. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, draw it in. Beautiful. Inhale, last one. Exhale, draw in and up. Lift the hips nice and high. And then step your left foot up to the left thumb. Inhale, wave the spine long, hips back and wide, bend that back knee. Exhale, press through those strong feet, drawing in and up, zipping in and up, rolling up high. Inhale here, and then exhale, over to the side. You can keep a little bend in the back knee if you like, exhaling to the side. Or you can work that leg a little straighter without losing the integrity of the hips. Inhale up, exhale to the side, last one. Inhale, reach up, pressing through the feet, getting long. Exhale, sigh it away to the side. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, come down, releasing the right hand down, and then inhale, bringing the left arm along the mat, bend the back knee, then pressing through the feet. Exhale, unfurl and open up to the left, coming into this nice side stretch here. Pressing through those fingertips. You can even roll it down again on the inhale, and then exhale, unfurl and reach up to the ceiling. Drawing in and up on every exhale. Nice and strong. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Release it down. Bringing the left hand next to the left foot. Switching sides, maybe bringing the spine nice and long once again. Inhale, bend everything, circle that right arm down. And then exhale, use the earth. And then unfurl, opening up to the left side, the right side this time. Inhale, circle down. Exhale, press through the feet, maybe straightening the front leg a little more. Inhale, circle down, keeping yourself drawn in. Exhale, open up, staying on the toes in the back foot. One more, inhale, circle down. Exhale, and open up to the side, staying here. Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale, sigh and release, hands on either side of the left foot. Step back to downward facing dog, go through a vinyasa. So inhale, bend everything deeply. Exhale, roll forward to plank, strong fingertips shifting forward, lower down. Inhale, coming up to cobra or pressing up to upward facing dog. And then exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Bending everything here, either stepping, walking, or hopping forward to your hands. If you're gonna hop, bend deeply, and then draw in and up so much on that exhale that it helps to draw you up and forward. Inhale, extend that spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, prepare. And then on your exhale, start to roll yourself up, standing tall, reaching high. Inhale, up to the ceiling. and exhale, fold. Working harder, working smarter, keeping yourself connected to your earth, your core, and zipping yourself in and up, activating those deep core muscles that run along the inside of your body here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, prepare. And then exhale, we're going to press the feet and start to roll up, but keep those knees bent and those hips back. And then draw your arms up, reaching through the torso, coming into chair. So keeping those hips back and wide, pressing through those feet, drawing in through those arches, through your arches, and sitting back. Inhale here. Exhale, draw in, up through your pelvic floor, and let that spine get long. Inhale here. And exhale, sigh and release. Folding forward. Inhale, extending the spine long. Exhale, step back. Inhale, bend, go through a vinyasa. Exhale, roll it forward, lower down. Inhale, come up to elbow up dog. Exhale, coming back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb. Turning the toes to the side of the mat. Coming into some ninja lunges here. Back and forth, hips back and wide. And then pressing through the feet, keeping that energy drawing out from the sits bones, up through the inner thighs and out. Press through the feet, inhale, lower down, gather your energy. And then exhale, start to draw in from the center of the feet, the center of your body, unfurl up, reach up here, reach high. Bring your hands to prayer with that support of your torso. Turn the right toes forward. And then shift the left heel back just a little bit here. Inhale, straighten the legs, unfurl, reach up. Exhale, come through your center, bend that front knee, and press yourself out to warrior two, looking over your right middle finger. So inhale, bend everything, draw yourself up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend that front leg, coming into warrior two. Inhale down, bend that back leg as you inhale. And exhale, reach it up. Staying here for just 3 breaths. Inhale deeply, drawing it into the belly. Exhale, sigh. Maybe go a little deeper. Inhale, but keeping that support of the feet. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale deeply, shoulders relax away from the ears. And exhale, sigh. Now, coming back through the center, gather your energy here. And then as you exhale, press through the feet and start to open up toward the back. Bringing your left hand down to the shin, and then reaching that right arm overhead. Bending a little bit more in that front leg. So inhale, circle down, maybe bend the back knee. Exhale, press through the feet, draw in through your center, unfurl that arm up and over the ear. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale, coming into reverse warrior. Exhale, unfurl, and reach here. Maybe if you're comfortable with this, you can always bring your hand around for a bind. Supporting through that low belly. Inhale, come back up through center. And then as you exhale, keeping that bind if you've got the bind, start to work your way down, bringing your right hand in front of the right foot here. Now, if you would like, you can stay here with that bind, or if you don't have the bind, bring your hand to your hip. If you'd like to take the bind a little bit further, reaching open with that left shoulder, come down underneath the leg, reaching through and clasping the hands here and opening up to the side. If this is not where you are today, you can either be here, opening up the chest to the side, or you can bring your forearm to the top of your thigh, opening up here, turning that chest up toward the ceiling as you look toward the ceiling. Beautiful. Now releasing down, start to look forward, bring your right foot outside, your right hand outside of the right foot. Start to draw in and up from your belly, bring the weight onto your right foot, turn your hip forward, and then start to draw in and lift that left foot up so it comes and meets your right, but it's hovering here, okay? Bring your right palm to the floor, not your palm, or the tops of your fingertips to the floor. You can also grab a block here if you need that support. So inhale, bend that standing leg, and then as you exhale, keeping the hand on the hip, start to lengthen the spine forward as you open up that hip to the left side here. Okay, so inhale, circle back down. You can even release the arm if you'd like. And then exhale, lengthen the spine forward as you open the hip to the side, pressing through the three corners of that standing right foot. One more time, inhale, circle down. Exhale, open it out to the side, maybe extending that left leg out. Inhaling here. Exhale, side. Anytime you'd like, feel free to circle back down, working on our balance. Exhale, unfurl, maybe opening that right arm up here. One more inhale. Exhale, release and circle down, squaring the hips here. Inhale, hips back and wide. And then exhale, starting to press through that right foot. Drawing yourself up, rolling yourself up, zipping in through your torso, reach high, bring that knee up to the ceiling, or toward the ceiling, and then open that hip to the side, and then draw the sole of the foot either to the inner thigh, either to the outside of the shin, or you can bring the toe to the floor next to the foot. So coming into your tree pose wherever that is today. Inhale, reaching up nice and long. Exhale, side. You've got this. Inhale, reach, getting long. And exhale, side. Keeping those hips open. Last one. Inhale. And then exhale, side. Release the hands down, keep the knee up. I know we're really getting into that leg today. Start to shift yourself forward, reaching back with the left leg. Nice and long. Inhale here, supporting through the belly. And then exhale, take a big step back, coming into your high lunge. Bend that back knee, hips back and wide. And then press through the feet, roll yourself up, reach yourself up. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, throw it all the way with our lunge of fire. Beautiful. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, lunge of fire. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, release. Bringing the hands to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog or three-legged dog. Opening up your ankle here. Inhale, bend everything, either keeping the leg extended or just normal downward facing dog. Exhale, rolling it forward, lowering down if you'd like. And then inhale, coming up to cobra or up dog. And exhale, reaching it back. Pedaling out the legs here if you'd like, keeping that belly drawn in. And then on your next inhale, we're going to extend the left leg up to the ceiling this time. Exhale. Bring the knee to the chest, stepping it forward, turning to the side of the mat. Ninja lunging from side to side here. Opening up those legs, opening everything up, pressing through the three corners of the feet once more. Feeling and noticing the center of your arches. Coming back towards your center, hips back and wide, drawing in, zipping in through your torso. Inhale, exhale. Start to roll up, pressing through the feet, drawing in and up from your inner thighs all the way up through the torso. Unfurl, inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to prayer. Coming into warrior two on the other side. So lift the heel, turn the toes toward the front of the mat, keeping that integrity in the hips. So not letting yourself start to shift forward or turn forward after we built this nice, strong foundation, okay? Opening that hip, maybe shifting the right heel back a little bit, keeping that chest nice and open. Feeling free to shorten your stance a little bit to make sure that you stay centered over those hips. So inhale, reach down, bending that back knee. Reach up, unfurl up to the ceiling. And then exhale, coming through center. Bend that left knee and look over the left hand. Inhale, reach up, bend everything, unfurl. Exhale, coming down through warrior. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press everything away, keeping those hips centered here. Reaching out, shoulders relax down, away from the backs of the ears. Reaching through the fingertips, widening here. Inhaling deeply, drawing that breath down. Exhale, sigh. Keeping that back leg nice and straight if you can. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Last one, inhale. Exhale, sigh. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, circling down a little bit here, gathering your energy. Press through the feet, maybe rolling up again. Bringing your right hand back to the right thigh. Inhale, bend that thigh a little bit. And then as you exhale, press through the feet, starting to unfurl as you draw in and up and back. Draw in and up and back. And reach over your ear, unfurling out to the side. Let's try that again. Circling down. Inhale. Exhale. Opening it up to the side. Last one. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Draw it in. Opening it up. If you like, you can find that bind here, drawing the hand back behind. Inhale. And then exhale. Release. Coming forward. Bringing that hand either to the top of the thigh to open the chest, or coming all the way down with the hand in front of your left foot. It can be on tented fingertips or come down to the palm here, keeping that knee bent. If that feels easy, you can always come in for the bind. Inhale, pressing through the spine, lengthening the spine, drawing those hips back, lowering down, maybe clasping the hands, and then opening up the chest, looking up to the ceiling. Inhaling here. Exhale, sigh. Wherever you are, opening that chest up to the side. Looking toward the ceiling. Your hand can be bound, or it can be here on your hips, or here. You still get a beautiful opening if you're up higher. Inhale deeply, and then exhale. Release it down, bringing the left hand to the outside of the left foot, maybe hopping your back foot forward a little bit. Bend the back knee, find that weight in your left foot. Inhale, hips back and wide. And then exhale, draw in and up from your center. Press through the feet and draw that right leg up in toward the belly. Inhale here, exhale, sigh. Let the spine wave nice and long as it waves forward. Bring that left hand either to the fingertips or to a block here. Inhale, bend everything down. Exhale, lengthen the spine forward and start to open that right hip up to the side, keeping the knee bent here. So inhale, circle everything down. Exhale, unfurl and open the chest. Maybe using the hands here to help you. Inhale, circle down. Exhale, lengthen the chest forward. Maybe reaching that leg nice and long here, coming into half mode. Inhale, bend that standing leg, circle down. Exhale, unfurl it out, reach it out, reach it up. Keeping your gaze down toward the ground for balance here. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, sigh. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, sigh. Release that right leg down. Centering the hips, but keeping that right leg up. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hips back and wide. And then exhale, press through your standing leg and start to draw yourself in and up from your psoas, in and up from your center. Unfurling, rolling yourself up, bringing that knee up toward the chest, up toward the ceiling. Reaching high, keeping those hips back and wide, not too far, just feeling that energy coming out of the sit bones. And then open the knee out to the side. And then bring the sole of the foot either to the thigh or to the shin, or you can have the toe lightly on the floor with the heel just above the ankle, okay? Wherever you are, find that foundation, that strong foundation with the three corners of your feet. Press down into that, but draw up through the arches of your left foot. Relax those shoulders down, reach a little higher, get a little taller. Press the sole of the right foot into the thigh and the thigh into the right foot. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Last one. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Release the hands down. Release the knee, but stay lifted. Releasing the knee forward. Inhale, draw that energy up. And then exhale, draw the energy in. As you bend that standing leg just a little and start to shift forward, reaching back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, unfurl and reach, coming into warrior three, pressing through that foot. Opening the chest. Inhaling deeply, drawing that breath down. Exhale, sigh. Inhale. And then exhale, sigh, and reach back through that right foot, stepping all the way back to the side. Bend that back knee, hips back and wide, pressing through the feet. Inhale here, and then exhale. Start to roll yourself up into this high lunge. Reaching high, inhale, and then exhale, come forward, throw it all the way through the tongue. Let it out. Inhale, roll it up, reaching up, bending that back knee. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, draw it up, reach it up. Exhale, throw it all the way. Last one, inhale, roll it up, reaching up, maybe extending that back leg out a little bit more. And then exhale, release, step back to downward facing dog with the left leg lifted high. Maybe circle the ankle here. You can always just come back to normal downward facing dog if you'd like. Inhale, bend everything, bending the elbows back. Exhale, press through the feet, lift through the belly, rolling forward with that left leg lifted, or just keep it down, shifting forward, lower down. Pelvis hits first. Inhale, drawing in and up, coming into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, draw in from the belly. Maybe come into lifted, pointed plank. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Feel that balance on both sides of your body. Feel that work on both sides of your body. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale deeply. And exhale, sigh. Now since we're nice and open here, I'm going to give you one little super adventure pose for today. So stay with me. And then we're going to relax down into our mat. Okay, so I'm going to switch sides for you. So inhale, we're going to reach the right leg up nice and long. Exhale, knee to chest, step right foot to right thumb. Turning back to your side. Ninja lunges here. At this time, let's turn our right toe toward the front of the mat. Okay? And we're going to lift our back heel, shift it back a little bit, kind of coming into our warrior two legs here. I want you to bring your right foot to the outside, or your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Maybe shortening your stance a little bit if that feels good. Inhale, bend everything, come down through your center, and then exhale, press through the feet, open yourself up, coming in to your triangle pose. So inhale, coming down, exhale, open. Beautiful. Inhale, coming down, exhale, open. Beautiful. Now either staying here or inhale, coming down, shifting your right hand to the front of the foot. Okay, if you would like, stay here and just reach nice and long as we go for our super adventure pose. Otherwise, circle that hand back behind the back and come in for your bind. Nice bend in that front leg, hips back and wide. Okay, maybe stepping that back foot up a little bit, lengthening the spine nice and long. So if you want to come into the bind, bringing that right arm underneath the leg, then turning the arm in, coming back and grasping that back hand here. Now here comes a super adventure moment. Starting to work your left foot forward toward the front of the mat until you're coming into this position, maybe coming on to the right toes. Both toes facing toward the front of the room. Inhale, hips back and wide, keeping the bind if you can. And then as you bring the weight onto your left foot, start to draw in and up so much and lengthen so much that you start to bring the torso up with the right leg. Okay, super adventure moment. Drawing in from the belly, keeping the chest open wide, maybe extending that leg out if you have that pose. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, inhale here, and then exhale. Draw it in, lower down, start to work your way back to this beautiful open triangle pose. Maybe straighten that front leg. And then releasing the right arm down. Inhale, bend. Let's bring the right arm behind the leg. Exhale. Open up into this beautiful full triangle here. And then exhale. Circle down, release, turn the toes back to the center, and come into your nice ninja lunges here. Opening it up. Hips back and wide, strong feet. Press through the feet, lengthen the spine, toes facing forward, heels maybe a little bit out. And then exhale. Bring the head toward the mat, folding forward here. Inhale. Exhale, side. If you have a headstand here, you can. Otherwise, just stay here and let the thighs open. Headstand's gonna look like this, drawing the feet up, drawing the hips back, maybe extending one leg up, maybe extending the other. If you're in the headstand, releasing down, reversing, reaching the feet out. Inhale, release, extend the spine nice and long. Heel toe the feet in just a little bit. And then exhale, roll it up. Inhale it up. Reach it up. Hands together. Exhale. Wave it on back down. Ninja lunging here for just a little bit. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to switch sides, turning that left toe open to the back of the mat, shifting, lifting the heel, and shifting it back, bringing the toes forward, straightening that front leg. Maybe bending here a little bit, working your left hand over to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, circle down with the right hand, bend that back knee. Exhale, press through the hands, unfurl up, drawing in through your center. Maybe straightening the front leg or keeping it bent. Inhale, circle down. Inhale, opening it up. Inhale, circling it down. Exhale, opening it up, staying here. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, circle down, bend that front knee, work that left hand to the front of the left thigh. And then exhale, unfurl it out, open up, and then maybe turn the arm so that you're rotating the entire arm inward toward your nose. And then bring that hand behind the back, finding your bind here. So you can stay here and just open up to the side, okay? Or maybe step your feet in just a little bit to shorten your stance. Lengthen the spine, press through the feet, and then maybe go underneath the leg for that bind on this side. Pressing through the left foot at first, start to walk your right foot forward, coming onto the toes of the left foot, okay? I'm gonna face you, but you're gonna be facing the front of your mat for this, okay? So here we are, looks like this. So bringing the weight onto your right foot, keeping those hips drawn back and wide, lengthening long through the spine. Start to draw in through your arches, through your center on your next exhale, pressing through the feet, drawing in and up as you start to lengthen in and up, drawing the torso in and up, and lengthening up here. Maybe keeping that clasp in the back. Standing tall, or standing and pressing wherever you are. Maybe you can extend that leg to the side, maybe not. Inhale deeply through the nose, exhale side out. Beautiful. Inhale, and then exhale, start to lower, keeping those hips back, strong foot, coming onto the tips of the toes. Okay, at the front of the mat, bringing the weight back onto your left foot, start to step the right foot back, coming back here into your warrior hands, and then maybe drawing back, straightening that front leg, and coming in to your bound triangle. If you've been in your extended side angle, come into your triangle pose. And then releasing the left hand behind the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, belly to head, circle that arm down, and then exhale, straighten everything, open back up into triangle. Whew. Maybe circling down again. Inhale and exhale. Unfurl up in the ceiling. Last one. Inhale, circle down. Exhale. Reach it up. Beautiful. Inhale, coming down. Coming back to ninja lunges. Opening yourself up. Opening up in the back body, finding any places you might be resisting or holding tension. Inhale, lengthen the spine long. Exhale, fold. Maybe this time you can grab the outside of the feet or the toes. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And drawing yourself down, stretching out the hips, stretching out the thighs. Inhale, bring the hands back to center, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, turn both toes toward the front of the mat, lower the back knee, and then step that back knee back here, sitting back on the heels. Inhale here, and then exhale. Draw yourself in and up, coming onto the knees, unfurl the arms, reaching up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale to the side, folding forward, bringing the palms face up onto the sacrum, looking over to the right side, bringing the left ear to the mat. Inhale, rolling up, opening the arms up to the side or unfurling. Exhale, coming to the side. This time bringing the left ear to the floor as you look to the opposite side. Inhale, unfurl, reach up. Exhale, fold. Looking to the other side, looking to the left. Inhale, unfurl, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Releasing those shoulders. Inhale, unfurl it up, reach it up. And then exhale, sit back here. Curling those toes under. Let's do a little back bend here to help release all of that beautiful work that we just did. So sitting back on those heels, maybe even pressing down through the thighs here. Inhale, feel that energy coming out through the sits bones as you press back. And then exhale, start to draw in and up from your center, rolling up. And as you roll up, start to draw back from your chest as you draw in and up and start to reach it back. Inhale, come forward and sit it down. Exhale, roll it in and up. Start to reach the chest back as you press down on the hips. Inhale, come forward and sit back. And this time we're going to stay. Exhale. So drawing in, up, zipping in and up, and then drawing the chest back. So we still have length coming out of our low back, but we're still drawing back with the chest. Maybe keeping the hands on the hips or reaching for the tops of the feet, the tops of the ankles. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, side. Inhale into the chest. And exhale, sigh. Maybe you want to go to the top of the feet. Keeping that neck lifted. Not making any orange juice on the backs of the neck. Inhale. And then exhale. Drawing in, drawing forward. Bringing your hand to one hip and the other. Coming here. And then sitting back on the heels. Reaching forward into our child's pose. Maybe getting some wavy gravy here in the spine. Shifting the hips back and forth. Opening up after that beautiful back bend. Inhale, looking forward, coming forward through hands and knees, and then crossing the ankles, coming over the ankles to seated, and then we're going to lower down one vertebra at a time to our backs. So drawing in and up, sitting in and up, chest opens, nice and wide, and then exhale, drawing back as you lower down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, reach the arms long, reach the legs long, reaching through the heels. Exhale, sigh. Maybe hooking the thumbs here and reaching through the fingertips as you draw the shoulder blades down and open. So a little resistance for this little whole body stretch. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Drawing the knees into the chest. Let's go back to those hip circles, lubricating the joints here. We did a lot of work today. We pushed you guys a little bit more today in this flow, but that's again where the transformation happens. Switching directions with your circles. Chipping away at this new flexibility that comes with doing the shred, these new places of opening. Maybe going toward a pose and then finding a place where your body can release, even if you don't go into that full super adventure pose. You made a step toward it, and that's part of the journey. So inhale, releasing those legs back right over the hips, and then pressing down on the kneecaps to sort of reintegrate those femurs back into the hips. Releasing the left leg down to the floor. Inhale, reach that right leg up to the ceiling. And then turning that heel in toward the nose so that it rotates your entire leg. Bring that right ankle on to the top of the left thigh. Maybe turning the hips open, so bringing, rotating the leg so that the inner thigh is coming up towards your nose, okay? So opening the hips there, feeling that nice opening in your outer right hip. And then drawing the left leg in, coming into this lying pigeon. You can either grab the back of the thigh, reaching through the legs with your right hand and then grabbing the left at the back of the thigh. Or you can grab the shin, keeping a nice flexed left heel to protect the knee. Inhale deeply, drawing that breath down through your center. Exhale, sigh it out. Drawing in and up from your pelvic floor. Maybe pressing with the right elbow into the right thigh, opening that hip a little bit more. Now either staying here or bring your hands to the back of the thigh and then extend that your left leg up toward the ceiling, kicking through the heel, kicking up through the heel. And then drawing that left leg in with the hands. Start to resist back out with the left thigh as you kick through the heel. So you have this nice resistance here in your pigeon pose. You're opening up the left lower hip. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Inhale deeply. Exhale, resist. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling that resistance and the opening in both hips. And then release the left leg down. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor. Reversing with the right leg, reaching up. And then lowering all the way down to the floor. Getting a nice lengthening in the leg. And then draw that leg back in to meet the other. This time, inhale, bringing the left foot up to the ceiling, heel flexed. Turning that entire leg in so the heel is coming in towards your nose. And then bring that left ankle onto the top of the left thigh. Opening up your left hip, bringing the inner thigh up towards your nose. And then drawing your right foot in, feeling that nice opening. Okay, so keeping that knee open here. You don't want to draw the knee in. You want to let that knee open out to the side so your hips stay nice and open. So grabbing either the back of the thigh or grabbing the shin here. Flex your right foot to protect the knee. Looking up toward the ceiling. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Maybe pressing with the elbow into your left hip a little bit. Then either staying here, savoring this beautiful pigeon, the beautiful opening of the pigeon, or bring your hands to the back of the thigh, extend the right heel up to the ceiling, draw in with the hands as you press out from the right thigh and kick up through the heel, opening that lower right hip. Maybe pressing out through the shoulders here too. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh and release and resist. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Remember, you're kicking out through the heel, drawing in with the legs. Exhale, release. Lower the right leg down, sole of the foot coming to the floor. Extend the left leg up, and then release it down along the mat, and then draw it back in to meet the other. Bringing the soles of the feet together, grabbing the ankles, drawing them in as the knees open wide, coming into your Supta Baddha Konasana, but elevated feet. Maybe shifting the hips from one side to the other. And then grabbing the toes, maybe opening up and then out to a V here. If 2 legs is too much, you can do one at a time. Be opening out to one side and then the other. Okay, wherever you are, inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Releasing. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh. Drawing the legs back in, soles of the feet together. Draw them in once more. And then bringing the knees together, hands out to a T or to goalposts. We're going to twist the knees and the legs over to the left side, drawing in, looking over your right shoulder, working that right shoulder down toward the mat, getting a nice twist here. Feel free to go deeper. You can always cross the legs if you'd like. You can always reach the bottom leg long, reach the top leg out, wherever it is that you want to be. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Last inhale. And then exhale. Draw in, press through the feet, come back to center. Maybe draw the knees in toward the chest, release the low back. And then inhale, bring those legs back to center, hands at goalposts. And exhale, twist both knees over to the right side, looking over the left. Let the hips release, lengthening the spine nice and long. Wherever you are, deep inhale, exhale, sigh. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhaling deeply, and then exhale, pressing through the feet, drawing in, coming through center. Maybe giving yourself a hug here, grasping either at the shins or behind the thighs. Shifting from side to side, massaging your low back. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Letting go, coming into your Shavasana, or if there's anything else your body is saying you'd like to do. Maybe you want a little extra Baddha Konasana on the way to your Shavasana. Or maybe you want to bring the knees together with the feet wide and just let the knees fall in for a couple of breaths. But making your way toward your Shavasana, extending one leg out and then the other. And feeling free to come back into the pose that we started with for your Shavasana if you have your block and your bolster. Otherwise, you're here on the floor. You can bring those shoulder blades underneath you, opening the chest. Palms facing up toward the ceiling. Feet and legs just falling open gently wherever you are. You can also feel free to bring the bolster underneath the legs if you like. You can also cover yourself up in a blanket. Sometimes it's nice to release the low back a little bit. So feel free to come into any of these variations. Okay, so the bolster comes kind of right underneath the knees, supported with the thighs. This is where you want to go. Inhale deeply through the nose wherever you are for 4 counts. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale deeply, drawing it down. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 3, 4. Continuing with that breath. 4 counts in, 4 counts out, or maybe 3 to 4 more rounds as you start to center yourself in the breath. Staying on your back, keeping the eyes closed gently here. Starting to calm the mind, center the mind, starting to release any of the work that you did today that may have felt different and new or exhilarating. Releasing your connection to that, releasing your gripping of that, whether it's positive or not. Starting to release with the breath, release with the inhales, release with the exhales. A couple of more rounds to go with that 4 count breath. Letting yourself relax down into the mat. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release the body down, heavy into the mat. Let your breath start to still. Just find your natural rhythm. Bring your breath into the toes, into the feet. Turning that breath into a warm white light that warms, widens, expands, and then finally releases anything that you might be holding there. Let this white light travel through the body, starting at the toes and moving through the feet and the ankles. Letting it relax the shins and the calves, relaxing the knees, warming and releasing the thighs and the hips. Letting that beautiful warm light melt the low belly and the low back into your mat. Warming as it rises through your torso to your heart. And then releasing any resistance you might be finding there. Warming and relaxing the shoulders, and letting that warm light melt down through the arms, down through the elbows, down through the forearms, releasing into the wrists, into the palms of the hands and the fingers. And then feeling that heavy relaxation come back up through the arms, through the shoulders, releasing the throat and the back of the neck, releasing the jaw, releasing the temples, relaxing the cheeks, and relaxing the lips, releasing the teeth and letting the tongue fall gently away from the roof of your mouth. This warm light moves to the back of the nose, releasing and relaxing, warming the backs of the eyes, and melting away anything you might be holding there. Releasing the forehead, and finally bringing that warm light to the very top of your head and the space above. Warming, widening, and then finally releasing its warm essence down through your body, through your head, through the neck, releasing the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the legs, the feet, and then finally releasing anything else you might be holding and surrendering to the stillness and to the silence of your body. And in the silence of your breath, as even you release that, and let the world, let the space around you breathe you. Let the vibrations around you breathe you. And then starting to cue into the subtle vibrations that live in the silence of your body, in the stillness of your body. Becoming absorbed in those vibrations, those very faint, naughty sounds that you can hear when your mind is still and calm. Connecting with that vibration, letting it center you. Releasing any distractions. Letting that take you deeper as you find your way into the vibration and release and breathe into the vibration. slowness with you, but starting to awaken the body. Be rubbing the fingertips along the palms, starting to circle the wrists, circle the ankles, reaching long through the legs, maybe reaching long through the arms as well. Getting a nice long, full body stretch. You take in the space in your joints, the space in your heart. Drawing your legs into the chest, give yourself a little hug, and then make your way gently and mindfully over to your right side. Staying here for just maybe a breath or two. And then whenever you're ready, pressing yourself up gently through the hands, through the tops of the legs, without just touching the ground. And then find your way back to your comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. Maybe sitting with the opposite foot forward this time. Bring your hands to your chest, sitting tall, pressing through the sits bones, bowing down toward your fingertips. Pressing through your thumbs into the heart, drawing in toward your center. Finding any intention that you may have for today, for the week, for the spring. An intention for yourself that you can draw close into your heart as you inhale. And then exhale it into being. And then inhale, reach up through the fingertips, still pressing the palms together. And then as you exhale, come down through your center, bringing the thumbs to the forehead. Pressing in gently as you remind yourself to think kind thoughts about yourself and others. Coming down to your lips, pressing in gently, reminding yourself to speak kind words to yourself and others. And then finally resting at the heart, drawing yourself inward as you remind yourself to only bless yourself with the most kindness and compassion that you can muster. And bring that kindness and compassion from your heart into the realm of everyone else's light. And remembering that the light in us, the light in all of us is the same. And the light in me honors the light in you. The light in you honors the light in everyone around you. Inhale deeply. And be bringing your fingertips again to your forehead. Exhale, bow, fold forward into your power, into your strength. Inhale here, and then exhale. Draw up and say namaste, and thank yourself for today. Giving yourself a little time to find your center, to find your balance, and to find the will to let your body be where it is today, and then work and expand and grow from there. So thank you again for joining us here at the Apollonia Center for our Saturday flow. It was a little sweatier than some of you may have hoped, but I hope that you enjoyed going to a new place today. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I look forward to seeing you again here. I'd love to have you here in person on Monday night for our 6 p.m. shred. Otherwise, I will see you online. And don't forget, if you're here in Colombia, we have our open house coming up in April here at the Apollonia Center. There are so many amazing, I can't even tell you, they are so amazing here. We have these practitioners who are here to really just enliven your spirit with the things that your body needs and that your spirit needs, from massage to yoga therapy to women's services to just everything. I will post. I know they're here, they're laughing at me because I love it here so much, and I want all of you to come. And the open house is a great way to learn about everything that we do here, including the shred, including our more gentle yoga with Julia, correct? There's just so much. So come, Howard County, we want you here. And if you are coming in town, we'll have you here too, if you're online. All right, we love you all, and we'll see you again on Monday. Vibrate together in unison.